Okay, we're going to talk about Pythagorean Theorem, and this has to do with right triangles. In a right triangle, the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs is equal to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. The legs we call A and B, so this is a leg and this is a leg. They form the right angle. And then the hypotenuse, okay, is always the longest side, and it's across from the right angle. It describes the relationship between the lengths of the legs and the hypotenuse for any right triangle. That's key, that it's right triangle, not just any triangle, a right triangle. So it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared is your Pythagorean theorem. This is a right triangle and we're looking for a missing side. This is A and this is B. You can switch A and B, it doesn't matter, but this side is always C because it's the longest side and it's across from the right angle. So we'll plug in for A, 12 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. 12 squared is 144 plus 25 equals C squared. If we add those, we get 169 equals C squared. Remember, we want C by itself, so we do the opposite of squaring and we square root, and C equals 13. So this missing side would be 13 inches. Okay, so this is another right triangle, and this is going to be my A, and then this is my B, and this is my C. Remember, A and B form the right angle, and C is the longest side across from the right angle. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So we have A squared plus 51 squared equals 60 squared. That's A squared plus 2,601 equals 3,600. We're solving for A, so we're going to subtract 2,601. We get A squared equals 999. We're going to square root A squared because we want A by itself, and we get approximately, didn't turn out very well, approximately 31.6 if we put that in a calculator, or we could have estimated it where you did the square root before and the square root after, and we would have gotten approximately 32. Okay, they want us to find the diagonal, so that's this line right here. And if we look here, we have a right triangle. This is going to be my A, and this is going to be my B. Remember, we can switch the A and the B. The C is just always the longest side across from the right angle. So we write our formula first. And we get 380 plus 280 equals C squared. 380 squared is 144,400 plus 78,400 equals C. And if we add those, we get 222,800 equals C squared. And then we want to get C by itself, so we do the opposite and square root it. And C is going to equal approximately 256.9 miles. So Pythagorean theorem, remember, it's a right triangle. So right triangle. It's A squared plus squared B squared equals C squared. Okay, and C is your hypotenuse. Okay, it's always the longest and across from the right angle.